Hello, my good people. This is Wajiko. If you like Kairitu Yagake Nagofu from USA, a state called Colorado. And welcome to my YouTube channel. First of all, let me thank you very much for the support and love you have shown, for subscribing, watching, liking, and sharing my YouTube channel. I really thank you all. Today we are going to talk about marriage certificate, how we got our marriage certificate for US Embassy interview. And but before that, let me first of all answer some of the questions you have been asking. First of all, it's about the today's topic, marriage certificate, the process, and how we went about it. And second, you have been asking so much about my case number. I was case number 9,000. Was lucky to receive the first batch. We understand that Nairobi Embassy have only sent the first batch of 2NLs. The others are waiting, and we wish them all the best. We wish them that they will receive their 2NL very soon. In our initial application, we applied as married, but our marriage was not legalized. So immediately we realized that we were selected. We started the process of legalizing our marriage. We started the process in May, around the first week of May. That's when we started the process of legalizing our marriage. I want to take you through the process of legalizing your marriage after you are selected, or rather, if you want a marriage certificate through Attorney General's office. So we started our process in May, right after we were selected for DB process 2025. And first thing you do, you apply online. Ours was marriage of notice. So the requirements, or rather the documents that were required during the initial application was our ID cards or valid passports, colored passport photo size, birth certificates. We also used parents' ID cards, photocopies, and two witnesses, their photo IDs were required. And also, you need a wedding invitation card during the initial application. So our first application didn't go through because they said that we needed the clear photos of our birth certificates. So we had to take clear photos, and we did that, and it was approved. After approval, you are supposed to pay 600 shillings online, and from there, you wait for 21 days. After lapse of 21 days notice period, you are they will notify you through your eCitizen account, and you are supposed to book an appointment. So that appointment, it's for interview. They call it interview and document verification. There you carry your birth certificate, you carry your ID cards, and I'm not sure if we carried the photocopies, the ID photocopies for our witnesses, but I'm sure we carried our birth certificate, ID cards. After lapse of the 21 days notice period, you're supposed to book an appointment for your interview and document verification. So on that date, you have to carry your original ID or valid passport each, and you need your birth certificates, the original one. And what else did we carry? And a sworn affidavit to prove your marriage status. I'm not sure if we carried our witnesses photocopy IDs. I'm not so sure, but you should. I think we had carried them. I'm not sure. There, so you will appear physically in AG's office. We chose Sheria House, Nairobi. So we went that day, and our documents were verified. So we went that day. Your documents are supposed to be verified. After verification, you are supposed to pay 3,350 online. Then after paying, you are given a wedding date. So our wedding date was like 10 days apart from the day of interview. So we were given our wedding date was August 15th. So after documents were verified and we paid the 3,350, we went home and waited for our interview date, for our wedding date. So on our wedding date, you are supposed to go along with your two witnesses. The one you had chosen must be a wife and a husband, if I'm not wrong. So we had a couple, our friends. They had done a church wedding, and on that day you have to carry rings because it's a normal wedding. You have to exchange vows and rings. Yeah, we did that day, and after that, you're given your marriage certificate. So on our case, I told you we had started the process in May, and our 21 days in May. It's a process. After applying, you wait for your approval. It will take days, and then if it's rejected, it will take another few days for it to be approved. So the whole process, the 21 days elapsed at around July, and after they elapsed, the closest date we got for our interview and document verification was August 5th. Yes, that one I remember very well. It was August 5th. So we went to the AG's office. We had chosen Nairobi Sharia House. On that wedding day, you'll go home with your certificate. So many people have been asking how you are supposed to respond to the consulars at the embassy, how the dates are not matching the marriage certificate and when you got married. So on that, your sworn affidavit, the one I told you you have to have it, even on your interview date, will have stated you have been customarily married. So on the marriage certificate, it will be indicated that you married under customary laws. And U.S. Embassy understands very well that in Kenya, or rather in Africa, people don't go for they must not marry legally, like a church wedding, like attorney's wedding. We only do the attorneys if need be. In case the consular asks you why your dates are not matching, you just indicate that the day on your certificate is the day you legalized your marriage, but you have been living together and you are married customarily. For us, we were not asked. Yeah, some people say that you must verify your marriage certificate. Even in the attorneys, the attorney general have those services. But for us, we didn't verify. I heard that most of the marriage certificates which need to be certified, it's a marriage of the church wedding certificates, because you may find that you did your wedding, you were given your marriage certificate copy. The pastor had his. The pastor, yeah, the pastor had his, and he was supposed to take the other one to the Attorney General's office. So most of the church leaders or the pastors, they don't take the AG's copy to the Attorney General's office. So you did your wedding, you have your certificate, it is original. The pastor has his, but he didn't take the AG's copy to the government office, or rather the AG's office. So they don't recognize that. Like they have no file, they don't have your files as a legally married person. So if you did your wedding in church and you happen to be selected for DV, or you want to go to the embassy with your marriage certificate, you have to visit the AG's office to confirm if, or to certify if your marriage certificate is, should I call it, legal, or your marriage status, it's in government's office. So that is it for today for marriage certificate. If you have any question, if you need any clarification, just ask in the comment section and I'll be willing and ready to respond to your questions or anything that needs to be clarified. Yeah, and thank you very much for the love and support you have shown me. I really appreciate. This is your girl Wajiko. If you like Kairetu Gake na Gofu. Until next time, Toros, stay tuned for more.